on their way to make a last heroic stand for hat rights. Our brave adventurers had just met an unexpected guide, the creature known as Gollum. And soon comes another encounter. But will they be friend or foe? And how will our heroes fare, predicted by only their wit, their battle hardness, and their irresistible sexual magnetism? Guys, I'm not reading this.
So, time for a bite?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I love Nos, but it sucks that's all we got.
You know what would go perfect with this?
Yeah, what's that?
Some taters.
Taters, yes, I agree.
What's taters, precious?
Potatoes. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
Yep, that's what potatoes are.
Bake them, twice bake them, dice them.
You can do that, that's true. I don't know what else to do, but...
French fries, chips, pierogies, scalloped, hash browns, loaded potato soup, Denny's, loaded bacon cheddar tots, potato pancakes, potato pasta, potato batteries. Oh, you can grow them on Mars too. What's that?
What is that?
Riders of Rohan.
Wait, is that another, like, Tolkien reference I don't understand?
Oh, you didn't see the movie or...
Oh, yeah, I saw the movie. So, do you think they'll be, like, passive-aggressive with us even though we're allies?
Probably. I wonder if they'll brandish their weapons and threaten us with...
Yeah, that's definitely gonna happen.
What business? There's an elf, a man, and a dwarf having the Riddermark.
Oh wait, I know this one. A dwarf, a man, and an elf walking to the prancing pony, and...
No, don't, dude, just don't.
I would cut off your head, dwarf, if it stood but a little higher from the ground.
Dude, I'm not that short. Come on, man.
Hi, welcome to Tube, I'm Steve.
And I'm Chris. We're friends of your king.
Theoden no longer recognizes friend from foe.
So we were wondering if you had any, like, food or anything to eat, you know, like deer or rabbit or some sort of game or something like that?
We left none alive. We piled the carcasses and burned them.
What's it with you well done people? You gotta ruin everything.
Yeah, they overcook everything. They really do.
I'm sorry.
So, do you have any words of advice or anything while we're traveling to Madison?
Do not trust to hope. It has forsaken these lands.
Dude, man, he was dour.
Feel ya, bro. Construction season, right?
Hey everyone, and welcome to my tube. My name's Steve.
And I'm Chris.
And welcome back.
It's been a while.
It's been a long while. We are back, and we're gonna be better than ever.
Ready.
Which is we set the bar pretty low to begin with, so to get above the bar is not gonna be too hard. I think we can nail this one. We're gonna have a few episodes describing what's going on with the monetary policy in the United States and money value and stuff, just stuff that has to do with money overall.
Where better to start then? The welfare state.
Oh, my favorite. That's the one I was hoping we would do. Probably a good thing we got to decide that. If somebody else decided it, we might not have been able to do welfare state. We probably would have had to wait a while. So what's a welfare state?
In short, it's the idea that the government is responsible for each and every person.
Well, not each and every person. Just the poor, and the sick, and the middle class, and the upper class. Okay, fine.
Pretty much every person.
So what is welfare? do you think welfare is? I know what it is.
Oh,
I'm just checking to see if you
there are
know
so
what it
many
is.
varieties.
Oh, yeah?
I mean,
There's lots.
you've got, Social Security, you've got healthcare, you've got like straight out public aid welfare, you've got we won't forget this, corporate welfare.
The least favorite one of all.
Yes.
But you also have things like food stamps, disability, and unemployment, and healthcare. Did you say healthcare? Yeah. This wasn't like they didn't write this stuff into the Constitution. They didn't write it right after the Constitution. It took a while.
Yeah, we didn't get to this overnight.
Yeah. It feels like it built. But we'll do a little here, a little there, and to the point where now it just covers a huge area of the population.
That's when it became such a behemoth that it was almost impossible to stop.
Speaking of that behemoth. There's full-on benefits that are unsustainable, that get no money outside of taxes and the usual government funds. And then there's the ones that are,
In theory, at least, supposed to keep funding themselves.
exactly. A couple types of those full-on benefits, as I like to call them, ones that come straight from the government pool of money, is food stamps and healthcare.
And with those, you're talking about as far as long as the number of people receiving those things keeps going up, raising taxes or borrowing money at the federal level is really the only way to fund them.
Right. And a lot of those programs actually are statewide too. So the government issues a certain amount to the state to issue out this, but the rest of that money has to come from the state. So the state ends up having to pay for food stamps or some sort of health care for disadvantaged people. And so that big pool of money gets smaller and smaller the more people you have in it.
Then you have things along the lines of Social Security, which, funds taken out of your check, and ideally speaking, those are the same funds that will be used one day to pay out your benefits.
Right.
Problem is, they've been raiding that. There's no such thing as your Social Security account.
The only way Social Security is self-sustaining is if more people are working than retired and accepting Social Security benefits. But here's the other kicker with that, is it's not just your retirement fund. It's people who are on disability, people who are mentally handicapped and can't work, so have never even held a job, get some sort of Social Security. And when you're doing that, you're taking from this pool that people are paying into, and it's making it smaller and smaller, and eventually it's just not going to have enough money to pay out the people that are paying in. There's a really good chance that the two of us, by the time it's time for us to retire, won't be able to collect Social Security because there just won't be money there.
And got the other problem, people are living longer, and at the same time, birth rates are shrinking.
Yep.
So that pyramid scheme's not going to work forever.
I feel like this is something that could be more easily privatized than Social Security. This could be privatized in an instant. And that's unemployment. What happens is when you start a job, the owner or whatever, the corporation, whoever it is, starts paying into a unemployment fund for you. Once you quit that job or get fired for reasons where you can't claim unemployment, that money goes back to the corporation or back to the owner. That's not a bad system, but the problem is government also helps that out, gets involved, and then you have this thing where they now say you can be on unemployment for 99 weeks or something like that. Is that what it is, 99 weeks?
Yeah, they keep upping it.
Yeah, and it's an insane amount. So that's just more money that the businesses have to put into a fund. Now, if they could do that privately and have like a hedge fund or some sort of fund, like a 401k type fund, set off to the side that money's in, so if they have to lay you off or you get fired or you get injured or something, you can collect unemployment and it comes from just the owner. So it'd be like a bonus for you working there, kind of. So the side effect of a welfare state are unintended consequences that no one saw coming. I don't think.
Or at least that people got so overexcited about the idea of helping people. Of course, people get excited about that.
Right.
That they kind of overlook what things that probably should have been obvious from the start.
These programs come from a good place. We're not saying they don't. And we're not saying they should totally disappear either. I think that eventually, with enough help, they will. But right now, to pull the plug on any of these programs, or at least most of these programs, would be detrimental to America.
And a lot of the reason why, obviously, it would be very destructive to eliminate all that stuff immediately is because the conditioning that's taken place over the last century or so, people are now thinking, oh, those evil libertarians, because they don't want government doing something, they think it shouldn't be done at all. No, nobody wants people to starve. Right. We're trying to get past the double fallacy that's taken place now. First, people thinking that they're just entitled to somebody else's earnings just because.
Oh, I'm entitled to other people's earnings. Aren't I? You can't tell me I'm not. Did you just assume my entitlement?
Well, you identify differently on the entitlement continuum.
Yes.
And the second fallacy being, because of this conditioning, oh, such and such person looks like they need some help. But you know what? Government's got it. I don't need to do a damn thing. And no one's, or very few people stop and consider, hey, maybe I could do that better than the state. So while we're talking about the hazardous incentives, the unintended consequences, we've got a clip from Jessica Baird. Brace yourself like a man. She's going to lay some truth on you.
Hey guys, so my biggest pet peeve about government intervention is that it creates an America in which it is easier financially to be a single parent than it is to be a two-parent household. And the reason that is the case is because we have given so many subsidies to single moms. Now, ideally, that's an amazing thing. I know that they need lots of help. However, they wouldn't if daycare was just less expensive. You know how to make daycare less expensive? You stop giving people free daycare. And so people like me who would like to work can't, because daycare is so expensive that there is no way in heck that I could put my kids in daycare and afford to work or make anything worth working for. And that to me is a serious problem, because what it creates is it creates both partners having this attitude that they don't need each other. See, way back when, the man needed the woman and the woman needed the man. And now we live in a society where not only do they not need each other, but they are better off financially without each other. And that is a really depressing thought. See, if I left my husband, I could work full time. I could have my own place. I could get help with my groceries. I could get help, free daycare. I could get anything I wanted. I would actually end up making more money without Alec than with him. And that's depressing. That's not to say anything against single moms. There's many who try the very hardest they can to make their relationships work or don't have that option in general. But it's a lot more beneficial for children. Most of the prison industry is made up of men who did not have a father in their life, and that's a huge deal. Anyway, I just feel like when the state takes care of your wife for you, it gives you a lot less incentive to put up with things or to deal with your problems, and it leads to, I feel like, a lot of men leaving their wives and a lot of wives leaving their men. So anyway, that is my thoughts on that. I feel like it's definitely the negative side of subsidies.
So as always, Jess made a pretty good point. They brought up an interesting aspect to the welfare state. It's the fact that it's beneficial for a parent to be single than potentially to be married, depending on how much the spouse makes. So you see a lot of single-parent families now that you might not have seen before this.
I mean, we got a dangerous situation when a spouse would find it more expensive to work than not to work.
Exactly.
And whether it's healthcare, childcare, any of these things, when you've got an entity like the government that can essentially create its own money, pouring that into the market, of course the price is going to come sky high for anyone who's not receiving government money.
Exactly.
So essentially we get this vicious cycle of people are in trouble. Okay, let's create more government aid. Of course, that gets expensive after a while. Deficit spending. Hey, we better raise taxes and print more money. And of course, that leads to weakening the economy, making every dollar people have saved worth less because of inflation. More people are in trouble. Oh, we better create more government programs. It keeps going and going. We can't do it forever, people.
Yeah. Eventually, that bottom's going to fall out, and there's just not going to be enough money.
I mean, obviously, I'm happy when somebody can, get help to get out of poverty, even when it's government help and that gets them back on their feet. I'm not going to be bad-mouthing those people, the ones who do actually want to get back on their feet. But how much poverty are we creating by funding these things? We're killing the middle class.
Oh, easily. So we've been pretty tough and pretty harsh on the welfare state in this episode. Do you think there's any solutions or any way to get past or beyond the welfare state, get away from government?
Well, I believe that we're not going to be able to keep this up forever. We're either going to find another way now or have to scramble when the whole thing crashes. The key here is we have got to step it up with voluntary charity. I mean, it's so much better in every way if people lose this mindset of someone else will do it. Or the Homer Simpson quote, can somebody else do it? Firstly, more of every dollar goes farther because you not have this administrative overhead like crazy like you do with government. You're choosing where your money goes and you're not having to worry about fraud as much as you do with tax monies that go, we'll find out eventually. and the biggest thing for me though is this sentence right here. I care about you enough, but I want you to have this. That's the only sentence that allows joy in giving and dignity in receiving.
Wow.
Consequences. Yes, bunny, you have my hair. So, the effect that people... okay, we gotta start this all over again, Lise. I'm sorry. The major... Fuck, she just farted. Oh, I can't.